Yo guys, it's Pokemon Battleship here. I have a battle against SunLightRoad. I made him a PO. He starts off for Jolteon, and I start for my Aerodactyl. I go straight for the Earthquake. He probably was predicting me to go for the Stealth Rock, so I went right for the Earthquake right off the bat to take out the Jolteon. Here he goes into his Dragonite. I know it will be a Dragonite because they all are. And I go for the Taunt just to stop him in his tracks. Here he switch out into Electros. I know that Electros carry the substitute, so I go for the Taunt here. Predicted him to switch, I go for the Earthquake, well he does not switch. So yeah. He goes for the Spartan Cameo to my Sash, and predicted that again. I go into my Zapdos just to take the Spark. It's a especially defensive Zapdos, and considering I resist it, I'll take it like a beast. Here he goes for the substitute as soon as the taunt ends, and I take him out because I go for the Roar. I roar him onto the Dragonite. I go for the Thunderbolt just to see how much it would do and to see if I am indeed faster than the Dragonite. I am faster than the Dragonite. He goes straight for the Dragon Dance, and then he goes for the Fire Punch right off the bat just to see what I'm just gonna do. Here I go for the Roar. I roar him into Scissor. Here I go straight for the Heat Wave right off the bat, but he's gonna predict that and go straight into Electros. Just because he just wanted to see, because his Electros is indeed like especially defensive, because that's what he told me. So his Electros completely walls me. So here I go for the Roar. I roar him onto Dragonite. Here, because earlier he saw that my Zapdos can't outspeed him, he goes for the Extreme Speed just to get as much damage as possible. And here I go for the Thunderbolt to take out the Dragonite. Here he sends out Electros, taking Stealth Rock damage. Here he goes for the Spark. Since I resist it, I go for the Roar. The Spark missed. I run out to his Vaporeon, which is what I wanted all along. Which is his, the head core, the thing that holds his team together. Here I go for the Thunderbolt just to see what he's going to do. That tells me that this is indeed a defensive, especially defensive Vaporeon. Here I go for the Thunderbolt just to see what he's going to do. He goes for the Ice Beam. It does a healthy chunk. I go for Roost just to lose my Flying type. He goes for the Ice Beam again. Doesn't do a thing since I roosted. I lost my Flying type. Here I go for the Roost again just to get full health. Knowing his Vaporeon, I knew he'd go for Yawn, so I know I'll get a switch out with full health. I switch out into my Weavile here just to predict the Ice Beam, but he does not go for the Ice Beam. It instead goes for Wish. I switch out into my Zapdos here, predicting him to stay in just to get a full health, but he's switches and makes a pretty good switch into Volcara, knowing that when he comes in, because it's dual, he's 4S weakness to Rock, and he's going to lose half his health, and the Wish is going to carry him back to the full health. He goes for the Quavernance here, which is, you guys know, the Shell Smasher bug like. Here it goes into my Aerodactyl. I was going to taunt him, but I guess he predicted that and took out my Aerodactyl right off the bat with a Fairy Dance. Getting more leftovers recovery. But this is good for me because since he really has nothing on his team to stop my Heracross, and I do not think he would want to switch and lose his stat changes. He did not think my Heracross would be indeed Choice Scarf. So here I go for the Rock Slide, the Stone Edge, and to take out the Volcara. Here he switch out into Scissor just to wall my Heracross, knowing that I am a Choice Scarf. So here I switch out into my Zapdos. He goes for the Swords Dance. I go for the Heat Wave. He has an Aqua Berry, but I don't even think an Aqua Berry can stop a Heat Wave from a Zapdos. Even if you don't put any EVs or IVs into his special attack, Zapdos is still a beast. Here I go for the Heat Wave on the Electros. Yeah, and it doesn't do as much as I thought it would. Here he switches out into the Vaporeon, trying to absorb the heat, the Heat Wave, but I predicted that it'll go straight for the Thunderbolt. Here he goes for the Ice Beam, and I go right for the Roost just to lose my Flying type. He goes for the Ice Beam again. I go for the Thunderbolt. Thunderbolt stab will be enough to take out Vaporeon from that range. Yeah, so Zapdos is putting my my VIP in this match. He's doing a lot of work. He brings the electros. He goes for the spark. Does a nice chunk, considering that I do resist. But yeah, we're just getting our leftovers recovery here, and he proceeds to quit. Good game.